It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to a brand new Monday at the Brooklyn Cafe. Welcome to all our friends from all over the place. I'm getting messages from Europe, from Monica in England, because I'm ready to open up that new platform.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
The cafe lands in Europe. Well, you know, we got some friends in Europe, in the UK, that want to do some of the stuff that we do, and they want to bring some of our products there, and they want to talk about the different aspects of businesses here to there. Now, I got a few people. I got a guy who does something called Gizmos.com. And yes, they are redoing the streets outside. Gizmos.com. And he has a mask and glasses attached. And the glasses don't fog up.
That's interesting. They're out of the UK, though?
No, they're here.
Okay.
But those are the products the UK wants.
I think everyone wants. That would be a great product.
Yes. I also have a gentleman that wants to talk about the flap, that way you can eat, so you don't have to remove your mask except when you eat.
I should have patented that idea, for sure.
The funny thing about that idea is they want to know if you get food on it, it's not going to look too cool. So
I know what I want in my head. I can envision it, but I don't want to say it because someone will take my idea. Someone actually probably has already patented and made it and everything with it, is all I can tell you.
Pretty much. And then I got some people also that want and we talked to Teddy about this, the mask with the straw.
That's a great idea.
And a lot of people actually now have jumped on that bandwagon, so you can get it in many different places.
I think I need to get one of those, Teddy. Like when I go get my nails done. Perfect example. You got to take your mask off and on and off and on, and it's not like you're sitting at a bar or a restaurant. You just want your drink. You could probably use it for smoothies. You could use it for protein shakes. You could probably use it for anything. We should put a commercial together for it, actually, I think.
We should do something.
I think it's a great idea.
Now, today's show is being highlighted by an artist, in-house artist that we have, Jay Harmon. As you can tell, we have 3 pieces behind us. All of them are for sale.
I don't know which way to go. That way.
You told me to get you the smaller chair.
No, so you can see the artwork. You can
nice.
see the dancers. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And if you go this way and that way, we could kind of just do like a dance this way. I know, these pieces are amazing. And for all of Jay's work, everything you see here at our theater, everything is for sale. They will also do commission pieces. He's got Brad Pitt. We have COVID Man in our studio. We have, who else do we have? Elvis Presley. There's some amazing other pictures.
Marilyn Monroe. You got a lot of stuff. Oh,
so,
you need the pencils?
Jay's pieces.
And
his website.
The horses.
The horses are spectacular. ColoredPencilartist.com. You can find all of Jay Harmon's pieces, and 5% of all of these sales are going back to the Susan B. Komen for breast cancer, for their foundation to give back. His pieces are amazing. These, I mean,
no, this is
the talent that this is all, these are not pictures. These are not paintings. Pencil. And we were saying on the morning show, the last time I used a pencil was, I think, last time I took a standardized test where you had to fill in the Scantron. I know you used to write in pencil. We all learned to write in pencil. Remember the big chubby ones?
Yes.
Those big thick ones, like you could hold on to and go like that, like a crayon. So no, but these pencils, these are all done with grays and whites on black paper. Everything is beautifully framed. Did you get a piece of pencil lead in your wrist?
Yes.
That used to happen to all of us.
A girl stabbed me.
I know.
A girl. Because I liked her.
Did she have like blonde curly hair?
Yes.
Ringlets?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but yes. And she said to me, "Leave me alone." And I said, I just want to talk to you. I was in the 6th grade. And she turns around and she stabbed me right here. And I still have the pencil mark.
I think we've all had that lead in our wrist, which is maybe why they stopped using it, but I know.
My brother scared me.
Then they
He
go,
says,
oh,
like,
you're gonna get lead
yeah,
poisoning.
that's what he said. And for days, I was like this and crying.
I
was like, "Oh my
remember those
God."
days, right?
And they put a Band-Aid. My mother said, don't worry about it, it's okay. And she says, when you grow up, it'll grow out. And then it never grew out. But the pencils are remarkable because you have to sort of understand how difficult it is to do this. Make it look human.
Yeah,
And the feel on these pieces.
they're
The
spectacular.
one behind you has always been an attention grabber.
That one, yeah.
It has that little red thing in there, but everything else is black and white. But look at the shadows and everything else. Jay happens to be a maestro. It's different. And all the artists in here are uniquely
They're
fantastic.
beautiful.
But this one is not only uniquely fantastic, he happens to be different.
And the piece behind you, these dancing pieces, hang in our second theater, in our second studio, where we have our Ant Media Productions, where Fuego goes out of BYOB, 2020 Vision, all our extra shows go out of Studio B, and they are in there, which we don't often get to see on air, so we're going to kind of change it up a little bit and put it on our set.
Yes, and we are also working on starting the artist show, because one of the perks of having your art hung here at the gallery is that you get to be part of a show that the artists are going to come in here and talk about. Where'd that come from?
Which one?
The white one.
The white one's been there?
That piece. I thought that piece was sold.
You're kidding.
No. That piece is here?
That's the piece that we've had horizontal for Fuego and all of that last
I love
week.
that. I was looking for that one. I had to put that. Okay. never
Are you
mind.
kidding?
No.
Teddy, I think he's kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
I don't think it's big enough for where you want to put it.
I don't care. That's a spectacular piece. Spectacular. That lights me up. I didn't know that was here.
It's been here for,
I'm going to share this with you tomorrow when you see what I'm talking about. The other thing I want you to understand.
do you know the piece behind you, if you look from my perspective, that's a wand.
This one?
Yep.
It's a beautiful piece. It goes with that glass. If you buy this, you got to buy the glass.
I
This
know.
is beautiful. The other piece that I want, you make me laugh. The other piece that I want you to understand is that we do the memorabilia. And my most favorite from the heart piece of all of these memorabilia pieces is the Rat Pack. And that was sold over the weekend. They just texted me on the way to pick it up. So I put the Beatles now out in front. We have a commercial trying to highlight all the pieces that are in there because the gallery is a very unique and different place.
You call it the gallery, call it the theater. Right now we're trying to keep it cool and it's 100 degrees outside, but it feels
Actually,
better in here
that's
today.
Working.
It feels better, right?
Because he's pushing the air right here.
He said he
don't
dumped
know
it on
how
the
it is over
stage.
there.
I don't either, but he said he was going to dump the air out on the stage over here, which has been quite helpful. We've got the beautiful work of Deborah Radar and our crew. They're working on some segments because some new things came out while Fuego was airing today. A new ruling came out that I think Teddy's going to talk about, some things that are happening in Palm Beach County with the beaches, schools opening. Small Talk with Valerie was on
4th of
today.
July.
4th of July is happening just in a different way.
You remember those sparkles?
Yes.
Okay, stick one of those on a cake. Get a J&D cake. A 4th of July J&D cake. I was talking to him the other day because I was thinking of doing it until everybody changed my plans because that's the way they do it. And he has a spectacular idea for a cake. Stick one of those bad boys in there.
What kind of
stay
cake is he
home.
doing?
It's going to be like an explosion, like a big firework.
Firecracker?
Like a firework exploding, and the cake is the essence of the catching it in time. It's spectacular what he's in.
You know, it's interesting, and that is amazing. They are incredible what they're doing with the cakes. They have an online camp. This is where my process was going through, because they can't have camp inside of J&D Cakes, but they're doing online camp where all of the kids get everything they need for baking. They get the cakes, they get the ingredients, they get the pots, the pans, everything they need. But summer camps are starting to open. And my understanding is the good and the bad. There are some camps that are opening. I heard in Broward County, so maybe one of our crew can check that out. A lot of these kids are contracting COVID being in camp. So
Really? I didn't hear that.
So I don't
Are you
know.
serious?
Yeah. So I don't know the amount of kids that are in the camp, but my understanding was a big percentage of these kids had come down with it. So if that's what's happening now in June, and really July 1st is in 2 days, how they're actually thinking of opening schools to full capacity in the next 6 weeks is beyond me. And so I want Val to come on and talk about her Small Talk and everything she shared, because camps are opening.
You have a segment talking about camps or school, or both today?
Her segment is about school, but it's segue right from camp into school. I mean, camps are opening. Parents are going back to, I mean, there's no answers, and that's the incredible thing. There are no answers. There are no right or wrong as far as schools opening, schools staying closed, because you're going to get as many that say yes as many that say no.
Exactly. And I want to talk, because I know you're going to put the kids out here on the set. I want to talk to them about going camping as adults. You know, you go camping.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk a little bit about that, because when I went camping, it was a pretty scary thought. And I want to know if things have changed.
I don't know. We'll talk to Teddy about that too. Talk to
Let's
me
have to
about
go.
it. And the other thing is that the bars are now closed. And what's interesting, I find a lot of information out when you hang out with our crew, is that if you're not just a bar, you're a bar plus something else,
Yeah.
you can stay open.
So everybody's going to be a bar plus something else.
Well, apparently it goes according to the article I was reading over the weekend, is what your tax bill has you in as, you know, with your city or your
yes,
county,
yes.
what you're registered as. If
Very
you're registered
smart.
as a bar, then no. If you're registered as something else, then you can stay open. But you have to, I think, not have any chairs at the bar, from what I was heard about the restaurants on Las Olas. I don't know what any of these other types of bar establishments are
As
like.
long as they close all the bars now. All of them.
Well, here's the other thing that's interesting. So I'm watching the news over the weekend, and they're talking about a bar in Stewart. You can get the drinks to go. So you can literally go in, buy it, walk out the door, and sit outside. You can buy it, walk out the door, and sit at a table at the restaurant across the street. The restaurant across the street can serve you if they're serving food and alcohol. But the bar, you can't go into the bar and drink there.
Okay, so you're going to buy a drink from a bar and then go across the street and drink it?
That's what they were showing.
That
So
makes no sense.
that's what I'm saying. There's so many things that make no sense
Makes
in
no
this whole thing. I mean, I guess it's starting, and then one of the crew was saying bars and gyms seem to be at the same level of openings and closures. So they're wondering if, in fact, this is just speculation. This is not fact. This has not been said anywhere. This is just conversation happening behind the scenes. If the bars are closing, does that mean that potentially they're going to reclose the gyms?
Well, it's really interesting you're saying that, because a good friend of ours, she just got appointed manager of a new gym. The Busy Bodies opening up Gym 3 in Fort Lauderdale. I spoke to her over the weekend. She
I was
supposed to
wondering where
come
that
in.
gym was actually.
She's supposedly coming in virtually on Wednesday,
Okay.
unless she wants to show up or whatever. But they are having plans of doing a grand opening there, and the way they're doing it is kind of interesting. I wanted her to explain, but they are doing things alternate between scheduling. So you can use these machines at this time and these machines at this time, because they don't want everybody coming in at the same time. It's kind of strange the way it works, but she's going to fill us in.
So what happens? Say you're working out on a weight machine. I know, we're not laughing. You're working out a weight machine and it's sanitized. You clean it before you sit down. You clean it after you sit down, and some random person comes in right behind you because you don't have to wear a mask when you're working out. They have it. Doesn't matter how clean the establishment is, they are now coming and using.
Yes, that's why I don't go to gyms. And the other problem
You
is,
sound like my mother. She always says, working out will kill you.
well, you always went to the gyms. I always thought it was kind of gross going to a gym, because I see nobody wipes them down.
Do you know I haven't been to the gym since March?
You ain't missing nothing. Now, did you ever, when you went to the gym, you ever see anybody not wipe down a piece of equipment you're going to use?
Sure.
And what did you tell them?
I would wipe
Absolutely
it
nothing.
down. Nothing.
You will wipe it down. You're going to do that now?
No. But then I even got to the point where I used to wear gloves to work out, and then I stopped wearing gloves to work out. And I'm like, why am I touching everything?
Gloves
And that's
to
when
work
I
out.
stopped working out at the gym in March,
Why
because
did you start wearing gloves to work out?
I used to always wear workout gloves.
They sell workout gloves?
You're kidding.
They're like plastic?
You're kidding. No.
What's a workout glove?
They're fabric, and the fingers are cut out.
Oh, you mean the lifting,
Yeah.
I call those the driving gloves.
Okay, workout gloves.
Yeah, that's fully exposure, because your fingertips are still.
But they're saying nothing is contracted through touch.
Who told you that?
That's what the theys are saying. Everyone knows the theys are saying. However, I have not been to the gym since March, and we were getting charged every month for it. And so we kept calling the credit card company, and they said, all right, they would take it off our charge card month after month, calling the gym, no answer, emailing the gym, no answer. Finally, the gyms reopened. They said, all right, well, pause your membership now for 3 months. But because you got charged for the past 3 months, now you have 6 months. So my gym membership is now frozen until October. I can go back at any
So they're
time.
not giving you the money back, they're giving you more time, which
Right.
you don't want. They're giving you something you don't want. That's the compromise.
But anyway, that's not even the point. The point is the credit card company
That
took
is
care.
the-
Well, the credit card company took care of that side of it, the money side of it. I do not feel comfortable going back to the gym, and as germophobic as I am, I had no issues with the gym, but now I'm quite happy about working out at my house. Except sometimes I overdo it, which is what I did yesterday. So I'm a little a little sore today.
I think that you should change your attitude and go to the gym. I'm not going to be around you, of course.
Well,
but
it goes
at the
back to
gym-
my conversation this morning. Me going to the gym or someone else going to a hotel, it's no different. Therefore, I choose to
No, there's a
stay in my
major
place.
difference.
Why?
Because even if I stay in a hotel in a closet by myself.
Why would you do that though?
Why do we do anything?
Why would you go to a hotel and stay in a closet?
Just to prove a point.
What point? Why are you always proving points? Just do what you want to do, which is what everybody else is doing.
Do what I want to do. Interesting.
Do what you want to do. Don't prove a point. Everyone else is so busy going around town proving their points of not wearing their masks or wearing their masks or putting posts out. Everyone's so busy sharing their opinions and doing what they want to do. There are few that are doing things that they may not want to do, but they're trying to do the right thing. And therein lies that
I don't
difference.
know what that English means, but I was going to take a camera with me and put it on a tripod.
Where are you going, by the way?
I don't know. It's a mystery. And put it on a tripod.
Are you going away?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm saying if I do go, I'm going to put a camera on a tripod, and I'm going to push it down on the pool of the establishment, so that I can take video without taking pictures of people. I see how many people in a pool. Do you wear a mask?
No.
And the beach, do you wear a mask? I mean, think about this. Nobody wears a mask.
No.
No. I went to the park.
Well, the beaches are
yesterday.
closed.
I went to the park yesterday by the beach. It was wide open. I was the only person on the beach with a mask.
At the park, the beach.
Park, go down the ramp, you're on the beach. Go up the ramp, you're back in the park.
Although, my thinking is, if I'm by myself, I don't wear a mask. If I'm with, say, Chelsea, who's at my house, I don't wear a mask. If I'm at the beach with my daughter, I'm not going to wear a mask. If I am going to walk the beach and be near other people, then I would put a mask on.
Well, how in the world do you
I'm good. I
know-
wear it as like, it's called the earring. It's the earring mask. I saw it hashtag. This is called the earring mask. And then you just bring it on over. So you've got the earring mask, you've got the mouth cover mask, you've got the nose and the mouth cover mask.
Okay.
You've got the whole versions of the different masks.
So let me get this right. I was at the park section where there's 100 people with no masks because they're all outside.
Yes.
And they're all far away. They're about 10 feet apart, 12 feet apart. And then they want to show me the beach. So I see the beach, very nice. And there's a ramp that goes like this, and the elbows to the right, elbows to the left to go down to the beach. So why are people hanging out on a ramp?
Well, then you got to wear your mask because you're going to be walking past
Oh,
people.
I gotta wear my mask. So I take it out of my wet bathing suit and put on my wet mask so I can get past these people, correct? Is
Yes.
that what you're saying? All right, so I go on the beach. As I'm walking on the beach, there's 500 people on the beach.
Okay,
They go by you. Like when you're walking in the street,
right.
do you put your mask on in the street?
If there's people near
Well,
me.
you say you're mandated, you're supposed to wear it outside.
Well, there's my next question. The mandate doesn't say outside, the mandate says in public places. What constitutes
that
a
outside?
Well, that's what I don't know. What's a public place? Is it a public dwelling? I know, nothing to me is black and white, which is why I am not a lawyer because there's a lot of gray zones. Is a public place a beach? Is a public place a restaurant? Is a public place a parking lot? Is a public place your place of business? Is that considered a public place because you're open to the public? Or is it your private
Public
business?
places open to the public. That's cute. If you go get gasoline, do you wear a mask?
Yes,
Do you wear gloves?
yes,
Because you don't want to touch the thingamajig?
yes,
Okay, is that a public place?
yes.
If we go across the street right now to Sunny Isles, over here, the rest of the
Public
bodega,
place, yes.
The bodega, is that a public place?
Yes.
Going across the street, you're gonna wear a mask.
Yes.
If we go to Israel over here and ask them a question, you're gonna wear your mask.
No.
It's the same street you're taking to Sunny Isles.
But I'm not walking into Israel's place. I'm going to stand outside and talk to him across the parking lot.
And what if there are people, 15 people over there?
Well, then yes. Like
then
right
yes,
now, there's
why?
15 people outside, then yes, I will wear a mask. It depends on.
On the outside.
Yes.
You see, the problem is I'm very confused.
Well, so is everybody else, which is why we're in the soup, because everyone has their own level of comfort. So I told you, you know, you have people are home quarantined because they're able to work from home now, which is fantastic, but then they go to the gym, but they're not going to work, but they're going to the gym. Or they're not going to work, but they're going to Publix. So there's all these different levels of comfort. They're not going to work, but they're going to the country club where there's no people, but if they just came from the pool where there's 50 or 100 people, and then they go sit at the restaurant where there's no people. I'm just saying.
If you play golf, do you wear a mask?
I don't know if it's mandated to. I think you each get your own golf cart. We should ask Teddy because I think she plays golf. I think every golf course you wear
I
your
am
own.
on a golf course, and they say you have to wear a mask. When you're playing, though, do you wear a mask? Like right now, we're doing the show.
Well, that's in Florida. I heard of a family member. He's in Pittsburgh. And I guess there's a very famous golf course in Pittsburgh, a country club where people playing world-renowned golf course. He goes to the golf course, no mask. He said, no mask when you get your cart, no mask in the country club, no mask on the course, no mask anywhere. Now he's older, he's about 80. My question again was, why did you go play golf at this location? He says, I should be able to play golf, but they should also be doing the right thing in Pittsburgh, that it's not mandated in Pittsburgh, it's mandated in Florida. So there's this whole level of everyone's kind of doing what they choose to do.
And then there's another level.
And
where
even
do
if they
whatever
mandate
wanna do
it,
anyway.
they're not even doing it. I know. And that's there are no answers. I'm telling you, there are no right or wrong answers, but you got a lot of opinions out there.
Now, CBS this morning from New York City, what they're doing is they have three co-hosts, right? And one of them is always staying home. Because if something happens where the two of them get sick, then they want the third one to be able to respond and do the show.
That makes sense.
Okay. So they're switching off. Today, Gail is home. She's in California, actually. She flew to California because she has a house out there and she's having fun again. And then the other two guys are in studio. But the guys in studio are not wearing masks. Like you and me right now.
We're not wearing a mask, right?
There's a separation between them and they're not wearing masks. And their explanation this morning was that they have a small crew of people in the CBS studios doing the show. Now, I happened to look at the credits when the show is over. I counted at least 35, 40 people.
Well, it doesn't mean they're in studio. Just like our credits, we have a lot of credits. We've got people that are working from home. People are working different days. Doesn't mean they're here every day.
So the cameraman, the four cameramen on four, there's really one.
Maybe.
Sound guy and the tech and everything else, is not really 7 of them, it's only one.
But CBS or NBC, the sound room is in a different place. They're not on set. So maybe there's one.
Well, they got a control room, yeah.
So maybe there's 2 in the control room, which is upstairs, and thousands of square feet. They've got 2. Maybe there's 2 cameramen on the ground.
I know the business. I disagree because I know that to put those, you see how difficult it is for us, a small company, to put up a commercial. They have thousands of things that they have to bring in. People from all over. Trust me, that's not a one-man job. Absolutely not a one-man job.
Maybe 2 or 3 versus 15 or 20.
Maybe about 10, 15.
You know, the makeup artists probably aren't there, the hair,
yeah, the makeup
the
artists are
food,
there. You can tell them they look perfect. The clothes are prepped, everything else.
I don't know what to tell you.
It
You're a
isn't
little
small
ornery today.
production. Huh?
You're a little ornery today.
No, I'm not.
this is-
I'm just trying to figure it out. If you tell me to stay home, I stayed home. When you tell me I can go out, I went out. Now they're telling me wear a mask, I wear a mask. And then they sent me a thing where I wear a mask and you don't, and I got a 70%
That's why I
chance.
don't believe that. That's like one of the reasons I absolutely do not believe that.
Really?
Yes. I think at least 50%. I want to know who came up with the study that said it's 70. It makes no sense. If you're going to say 50 because one's wearing it, one's not, okay. 70-30 makes no sense.
But how are companies, how are businesses going to get back to a method of safety that's going to comply with what they're asking you to do if they don't know what the rules are? If we owned a restaurant instead of this, would you know whether or not to open? And what's the percentage? Now I think it's 50%. What the hell was it before? I thought it was always 50%.
It was 25.
So they went up in the percentage when everybody's getting sick?
Well, they went up a couple weeks ago. I want our crew to do a kind of a restaurant piece, so let's go to commercial break. When we come back, we got a few little reports they're going to bring in. Teddy's got something, Val, I'm hoping Mia's going to do a little piece as well. Maybe Lenny can do his little bit of his maestro. I don't know. You got a haircut, I see, Lenny? Looking good.
Lenny, we can put Lenny on the piano, absolutely. Now, I got a question for the millennials. If you are under the age of 30, this question is for you, including you out there. And don't get mad, it's a legitimate question. Should we mandate millennials to stay home? Listen to the question. Don't look at me with your third eye. Listen to the question.
I heard it.
Is that unconstitutional? Yes. The whole nine, whatever you want to call it. But just to keep millennials until we can get the curve to go down, mandate them to be home, is that fair?
No.
When we come back from commercial.
No, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Kids for Kids Ministry. The vision is to see children in Haiti emerge from extreme poverty into an extraordinary destiny in Christ. The problem is the orphans in Haiti lack clean water to drink and food sustainability. These children need art-integrated education, medical needs, shoes, clothes, a lunch program, and teacher salary aid. The mission is to sponsor local leaders in Haiti to support them in the care of orphans and vulnerable children. In January of 2020, Kids for Kids traveled to Haiti to visit the orphans at their home and at their school. The school has now grown to 30 children attending daily classes, but there are many things to improve upon. To help us or to donate, contact Patty Paget at Kids for Kids Ministry, 561-876-1710. That's Kids for Kids Ministry at 561-876-1710.
Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
The benefits of CBD are well known, but not all CBD is equal. At your CBD store, our award-winning products are made from organic industrial hemp. Your CBD store products are third-party tested for purity, and we offer a wide variety of products to meet your needs and preferences. From water solubles, topical creams and oil drops, to pet products. Visit your CBD store and let our knowledgeable staff guide you. Your CBD store.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Amy Mincy combines the hilarity of For Better or Money The eroticism of For Love or Sanity, the mystique of For Sink or Swim, and the suspense of For Sex or Revenge, making her 5th novel, For Strip or Gamble, her best to date. Get your copy at amyminty.com or amazon.com. Get yours now.
Dutch Designs and Events is a unique business providing an extensive range of beautiful floral arrangements. They have the power to bring your event or special occasion to life. Dutch Designs are available for any event or to open your business with a smile. All flowers are grown with organic compounds that enhance their fragrance and beauty. Call Dutch Designs at 561-419-8126 or visit their website at DutchDesignsEventPlanning.com. Call Dutch Designs at 561-419-8126.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show on It's Only Monday. Monday.
Monday.
Are you always this happy?
I am happy.
Is this happy?
Yeah. You gotta understand, I gotta do 15 things. Amazon came in, we got a new clock.
It's
Then we
smaller
have
than, I guess I should have looked at the size of it. I didn't. I looked at the price. I'm like, oh, that's a good price. How small is it?
It's about a stopwatch compared to that.
Is it? I can return it.
No, it's fine. It's already in use.
It works?
Yeah, it looks good.
All right, as long as it's working.
It's a small area over there. Also, you bought a battery recharger, and we can't figure it out.
Really?
The batteries are too small.
I hear an oh my God.
Did you figure it out? Read the instructions.
Oh my gosh, is all I can tell you. We got Lenny over there. You gonna play a piece for us, Lenny? Maestro, we call him.
You might recognize this one from Frank Sinatra.
Hey, Vinny, come here, Vinny. Just put it on the piano.
This is your favorite. Nice job.
That's very nice.
The music of Lenny Marine, yes?
Yes, Marine, that's the last name.
Lenny Marine.
AKA NBA, because he's 6 foot forever.
Or Maestro, whatever you want to call him.
Maestro, Maestro.
So you practiced over the weekend?
Oh, not really, but I just sort of know to read sheet music, and I kind of just.
I think they put a mic for you then.
Oh. Hello, testing. Okay, I hear myself. Yes.
So
Yeah, I used to practice a lot when I was younger, but now I kind of just play here and there when I get a chance. I find a piano or a keyboard or something. But I had to have sheet music. It's really good to have something prepared, like your memorization, memorized. But
now the funny thing that we talked, Lenny and I were talking a little while ago, that we want to do a show, music, and what he's going to do is he plays a lot of different types of music. So he's going to group like 3 songs in their era and what the music stood for.
Nice.
yeah, we could talk about the the origins of the song and what the song means, possible opinions and interpretations of the song. That's a simple song, Fly Me to the Moon. That's not too complex, I don't think. But
Did you know that was one of Freddie's favorites?
oh, really?
No, that's my favorite song.
That is your favorite song. Wow.
You didn't know that?
No, I had no clue. I just happened to. I know it's a very popular song, and then you know, I mean, I know it used to be very popular. I don't think it's popular amongst millennials anymore. But
Very nice. Nice job,
And
Lenny.
you know, that song to me has significance. You know, I was growing up in New York City and the whole surroundings and everything. That song means something to me. And that's something about the show that we wanted to express. And then what we're going to do is he's going to take a request.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Per show.
I got some song books here, and they have a variety of songs. So I can make a list of them, and people can pick out the songs they want to hear. And I could try to, you know, or they can try to request something. I could try to look it up and try to find that too. But whatever.
Kind of cool.
Very cool.
So we're going to sort of change it up with Lenny, and maybe we call him Maestro instead of NBA. We'll call him Maestro. And incorporate how
Doesn't sound offensive.
Music affects all our lives, and it has for, I've been around 50 years, and it has for everything in my life, and I'm sure everybody else that knows music, and these pieces also, the memorabilia, have a lot to do with the music as well. So we're going to give that a shot.
The pieces are great. It's a little quiet in here today. We're trying to, I think, heed what's going on in the world and not fill it with a ton of guests and keep people socially distant. And
I think that what happened here was that it was so hot because the power went out for 24 hours. And it was scorching in here. Even the cement blocks were crying. And I think that everybody stopped and said, man, it's hot in here. And now you see all the lights are down low because we want to keep it cool. The summer's coming. It is so hot. It is 94 today. Feels like 100.
I was going to say, it feels like a little bit hotter than that.
And that Sahara Desert is just kicking it up there.
So this is called Godzilla dust.
Yes. Did you see the night? Do you ever see the sun coming down at night and it's yellow? And that's the dust out there.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I need to actually go out in Sunset and take a look around. Did you have a nice weekend?
Yeah. I usually like to go to some breweries up in Palm Beach Gardens, but they closed them down because of the COVID. You know, the bars are closed. So
the breweries are closed.
But some of them have you can go out to the parking lot, you can get to-go beer, and then drink it out in the parking lot, but you can't drink on the premises. So they're trying to do that.
Interesting.
You know, that's interesting. I would like to do that. Breweries will give you samples and you take it home. Is that what it is?
Well, to go, yeah, you can like to go. You get just their own batches of beer, but they try to make it like the local brewers. They want to. You can get that pretty much at any brewery now. They get to go beers, yeah.
Now, bars you said are closed, right? They can't serve liquor in the bar.
So I'm wondering, like Barrel of Monks and all these local
But are
breweries.
they open so you can take it home?
Mad Robot, I don't know. Teddy, can you give some of them a call and see if they're open?
Let's give Barrel of Monks a call. I mean, he knows us, and let's find out how they're handling it.
iRobot, and what else is up there? There's the one right on Atlantic and I-95. I forget.
Saltwater Brewery.
Saltwater Brewery, yeah.
Saltwater, we did a show there as well.
Interesting. Things you don't think about. Things that go, things that make you go, bump in the night.
Arsenio Hall.
Things
It's really funny. But
I got to tell you, we don't know what we're doing in Florida. We're here, we're there, we're backwards, we're forwards. People are putting things out. We just don't know which way we're going next.
now, my cousin Juji said that in Puerto Rico, he says, I'm going to tell you, I don't like the governor, boy, but she got it right. They closed down, and if your license plate ended in an even number, you were allowed to do your shopping on even days. If your license plate of your car was an odd number, you had to go out on odd days.
Interesting.
So I said, what if you don't own a car? Then they did it by your birthday. So if you were born on the 12th as opposed to the 13th, that's the way.
Who's checking that, though?
If they pull you over and ask you and you're out on the wrong day, you're going to get fined. And it worked. Puerto Rico, I heard that the cases were down. This is what my cousin says, because he's not old man.
Interesting.
And now he's in New York, so now he has a quarantine in New York City for 2 weeks.
From Puerto Rico?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Interesting. I didn't think Puerto Rico was a hotspot.
I don't know nothing, Lucy. All I know is I am more confused. If it wasn't for Lenny's music, I would be out of here.
Lenny, I love that you play. I think that's fantastic. I will take the bench over to Furniture Refinishing Place today.
Or you just get another bench. Or you want the original.
Well, I'm not going to throw it out. I'm
No,
going
I
to see if
got
they can fix
I
it.
I got you. And I want to thank your mom and dad for giving us an opportunity to enjoy that piano. I was only kidding.
What, about throwing the bench out?
No, about the piano. And then she says, I got a piano, and she sent it.
I know. And they're coming Thursday to tune it. So Grandmaster's piano, they're coming. They delivered it beautifully. They're coming Thursday to tune it. So a lot of things. Little by little, we get it all done.
I can tune it.
Can you?
Good. Let me play. Yeah, that sounds
Although
good.
I don't know if it doesn't sound good either. So I couldn't tell you. How's it sound to you?
It kind of has an authentic kind of old-fashioned sound to it. I mean, I wouldn't be an expert, but a tuner would know more about this. I don't know.
So, well, no.
You heard it. It sounded, none of the notes really went off. I mean, it still sounded like the pitches are supposed to sound.
Yeah, so we'll know more. What
Now,
is
you know that piano, we're not quite sure how old that piano is.
Very,
But that piano is over at least 100,
yes.
right?
Wow.
At least 100, because
Yes.
your grandmother had it.
It was her mother's.
It was her
And
mother.
it may have been her grandmother's.
So if you were to add up the years between them,
300?
it can't be a 300. It can't be a 300-year-old piano. It just can't be. It just doesn't make any sense. Are you sure there wasn't another piano?
No.
This piano could not have been around in the 1700s.
I don't know.
That's what you're saying, 1700s.
18s?
Did they have pianos back then? They had harpsichords or something? I don't know if they had
did,
pianos.
but I don't.
Maybe they did.
We have to, you know something? We're gonna have to check. There's gotta be an emblem on when this piano was built.
Well, maybe underneath. When they come tune it, maybe there's a stamp on the year.
Probably.
Maybe there's a year that it was stamped
If
and
I
made.
think what you're telling me is true, this piano has to be sold as an antique. We gotta get it out of here. I don't have enough insurance to cover this piano.
Yes, I think an antique is over what, 100 years?
I don't know. We have to find
What
out.
constitutes an antique? I don't know. We got Teddy working on a, I'm thinking you might be an
I
antique.
am an antique. Getting antique-ish more every day.
What's Val doing in the other room?
Antiquing.
Val, let's turn on your mic. Let's talk about small talk with Val in the segment about opening schools.
No, let's not talk on it. I want her to come and sit over here.
All
I
right,
wanna
Val,
see
come
her.
sit out here.
She's another one of the millennials.
Oh, back to your question?
Yeah, they're all in there saying they're gonna fight me.
I say no.
I say yes.
That's discrimination.
I don't care. Sit.
Have a seat.
Sit, boo boo, sit. And who's doing the boy? Mia?
Mia.
And where's Teddy?
She's there.
Somebody get out here because Mia's the one that says we're gonna fight you. So I definitely wanna. So how do you feel? All millennials should be mandated to stay home. How do you feel about that?
I personally don't agree with that.
Tell me why.
I'm not someone that can stay at home all day. I mean, it shows true because I was home for a month and then I was like, I can't do this anymore, so I'm gonna go find an internship. Exactly what happened.
So do you think if you had to go to work as a millennial, you could leave? Other than that, you have to stay home. You think that's unfair? And there's the reason why.
Sorry, I'm dying.
And there's the reason. You see?
Away from me.
There you go. Somebody bring me some spray.
Your mask.
She gets nervous when she talks on camera.
I think so. And she has a show.
I
she's
know,
not-
so I watch her on air and she has a commercial break. She goes, I gotta breathe.
That's because you were there watching her. You can't watch her. I did that the first show. She.
Is that what happened? I made you nervous?
Of course.
No, I just sometimes get nervous being in front of the camera. That's why I don't look at it.
So Teddy Unscripted, how do you feel? Millennials should be forced to stay home.
I think everyone should be forced to stay home.
You do?
Yeah.
House
I
arrest.
fully do. I think that this pandemic, the numbers are being faked. It's been proven that they're throwing away a lot of deaths and cases. I think that the
What do you mean
US,
they're throwing them away?
there's a lot of things coming out from people who are being let go from not the CDC, but CDC funded that, oh, there's more deaths than they're saying, and they're not. Oh, this person died of pneumonia, even though it was pneumonia caused by COVID. Oh, this person died, and they're throwing away the death numbers to make it look like it's coming down, specifically in Florida, because they want to open before July 4th.
Really?
Yeah, I'll send you articles. I'll cite my sources.
Wow.
But yeah, I think we should all stay home. I think that this is growing. I understand that we need to live our lives, and I do agree with that. But at the same time, I would like to continue living a life after the pandemic ends. I'd rather stay inside and live my life later than live my life now and put people at risk.
Interesting.
So let me get this right. You want to shut it down again?
I don't want a full shutdown. I think the shutdown we did before when it was only essentials. Now, I do understand that there are pros and cons to it. A lot of people lost their jobs and it was terrible. It's really hard for the economy to stay up, but it's a lose-lose situation. So I'd rather either way, the people at the bottom, the have-nots, as Dawn says, are going to be affected poorly. There's no positive outcome for them. Are they going to,
Unless they send some more checks in from the government, stimulus checks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, if they get some more of those, people can help people out, but still,
It just depends where the funding comes from.
Yeah.
Because we're running low.
But my contention to this is that the problem here, and you got to understand, the way this thing works is 3 weeks from now, you're going to get the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
Because right now there's a lot of people testing. There's a lot of cases, 18,000 cases that we had over the weekend on one day. 18,000, that's a lot. But there's more tests being done. But the deaths are not escalating because that material is still not there.
Yeah, it takes a while to
get
as
it
morbid as it sounds, it takes a while to die from this. It's not something that happens
unfortunate
quickly.
Because until more people die, I think is what the government is saying. Let people die, and then maybe somebody will take this thing seriously. But my contention is this: right time between the ages of 20 and 40, the numbers are skyrocketing.
Mm-hmm.
So my idea is, if you keep 20 to 40 home for 4 weeks, will the numbers come down?
I don't think so, purely because while they've skyrocketed for 20 to 40-year-olds, because and I've seen it and we've talked about it. My fun thing is I drive up and down Atlantic and I don't get out of my car and all my windows are up and I drive because I people watch. And I'll park at the beach and just stay in my car and I'll watch people. And it is usually people in our age group who aren't wearing masks. There's also hundreds and hundreds of people in the Gen X and the baby boomer generations who are getting angry, who are getting videotaped and arrested because they're going around, they refuse to wear masks. I was telling Dawn, I saw a video of a man wanted to go into Walmart, was wearing a mask and started punching, beating up on one of the Walmart employees who wouldn't let him in. There's people going around coughing on each other and spitting on each other, and they're not in this age group. So while I think it would lessen the infection rate for 20 to 40-year-olds, it's not going to stop the spread.
Well, you see the video of that guy out in the Wellington Country Club, and I think he works for one of the government offices, was lambasting these 2 black girls who, they live in the community with their dad, and the 15-year-olds, they were on the golf cart, and this guy let loose on these girls. Well, and they had their masks on, but they didn't want them there. This goes into the whole discrimination and all of that, but you're right, this was our generation of people yelling at the younger ones.
I mean, it's all generations. I don't want to blame one generation. There are definitely people in the millennial, even the Gen Z generation who, I know friends of mine who are my age group who have kids and they go out and they're wearing masks, but their kid isn't wearing masks because it's uncomfortable for him. He doesn't like to keep it on. I'm like, well.
Right, so you've opened schools again? It kind of goes right into your segment, Val, on opening schools.
Yeah, well, there's parents that want to send their kids to school because the kids want to go to school. So that's why they're having options where parents can either, and for the kids too, they took pools, Broward took surveys from guardians, parents, students, teachers, and they determined that they are going to open in the fall. And they're just going to have blocks. If you want to keep your kid home, you can keep your kid home. There's online options, there's hybrid options, and then there's full face-to-face on-campus options.
What happens if everyone of this one school, there's 1,200 kids, and all these parents are in their Title I school, the parents have to go to work. Their kids have to get food. They go, sending them all back?
Well,
what are they going to do?
I think that comes to, now I saw this chart on my Facebook, that I couldn't find again, but it was different. I don't, if there's 1,200 kids in the school, on pre-COVID school year, I don't think there's going to be 1,200 kids in the school because they're going to have block schedules for different grades. I saw, I think it was elementary was, it depends on the grade. So junior and seniors, I think, are home the whole time. And freshmen and sophomore, I think it just depends on the kid. There's 2 days you're there and 4 days you're not, or I don't remember how it was, but like they're going to separate it. So like if there's 1,200 kids in a school, there won't be 1,200 kids in the school.
I wonder if it's going to affect grades too, because I know personally I can't. When I was in school, I tried to do online options and I couldn't do it.
Right,
I failed
like-
every online class. I just can't learn that way.
I'm like that too. I can't. I need a face-to-face connection. I can't
Well,
do
you know
online.
nobody's going to fail.
No, the
Because
teachers.
If you fail, then the system failed.
Right.
But then
so-
no one's going to try.
Right.
Because if
Well,
you
why should you try? You're going to pass
Well, how
no
do you,
matter
but
what.
it's not, it goes beyond passing and failing, it goes to dumbing down our society and kids learning.
Nobody cares about that.
I think it really depends on the kid, the student, like
Well,
the teacher
wait a
and the
minute,
student.
wait a minute. Hold on, I'm intrigued. You actually care that they learn something.
Well, yeah, that's
You're
hopefully not
kidding.
school.
Let me tell you something. When I was in school, if I was in this situation, and I can tell you as an adult, I can tell you back then, if I was in that situation, I knew that I wasn't going to fail because they can't fail me because of a pandemic. I wouldn't do any work. I wouldn't read my books. I wouldn't do my homework. I wouldn't do a test. I would write fart on every test. I would not do anything. There was no incentive. The only incentive that got me through school was passing. So I don't know. So they can't not fail kids, because then you get kids like me who are just not going to do anything.
I
There's
can't
no-
even
there's
imagine
no-
that would be you.
Yeah, I
Hold on,
hated
there's no
school.
left behind. Isn't that, you don't fail?
No kid
No.
left behind means that if you're failing, and correct me if I'm wrong, the school has to allow you all the opportunities. So like they have to give you a tutor, they have to give you office hours with your teacher, they have to do everything they can to help you pass,
At
but
the
you
end of
can
the
still
day-
fail.
At the end of the day, you pass.
No, you can definitely still fail with no student left
Yeah,
behind.
Student left behind doesn't.
I want to
Yeah,
say
you can
that
still
Summer
fail.
school and everything else.
I want to say that even if there was like a student like young Teddy here, that they could still fail you, pandemic or not. If teacher doesn't see it, you're learning.
Yes.
You think that's going to happen?
I fully believe that, but
don't
I don't
believe it.
know.
But then and
I
it
don't
really
know.
sucks because of young Val who tried, but like we said, we can't do online classes. Neither of us can learn that way. I'm not trying, you're trying, but we both fail. That's
But
not.
you have to
I-
learn online. You have to adapt, and now
Right,
these kids
you have to adapt, and I think
and
it
have to
really
do it all
depends on the
online.
kid. Like if the teacher sees that young Teddy's is just,
goofing off.
goofing off and not
Yeah,
trying to
doing
learn,
nothing.
they would fail her, and see me that trying but still kind of failing.
Then it's all up to discretion because then,
Right.
oh, well, Val's trying so hard. Do I give her a B for trying? Do I give her a C for trying? And then your parents get mad. There's not going to be a
All right,
perfect
then
solution to
let
it.
me ask a more specific question. How much of this conversation of truth can we have?
What do you
How
mean?
much of truth can we talk about without being politically correct and worry about what anybody else is going to think?
I mean,
Think
it's your
about this
show.
for a
I think you can have as much
Yes,
truth
it's
as
our
you
show,
want.
you do whatever you want.
No, I'm just saying, in the outside world, the system is based on the most poorest mentally intelligent student. It's not based on the intelligent student. It's based on those that just don't get it and need more time, more seasoning, more hands holding, more and more. That's what the system is based on. It's not based, if you're a scholar or you're doing really
Yeah.
well. you're gonna
Well,
eat
it
a
goes
fry-
back to my haves and my have-nots. Those that have internet, those that have access to tutors, those that have access, you know how to read. You've got parents that are scholared. You've got everything you need. You're going to learn. Any which way you will learn. Your family will make sure that you will learn.
Yeah.
Then you have others that are the have-nots, unfortunately. Those people also have lost their jobs, are trying to apply for unemployment. The shutdown affects them. They're servers in our restaurant industry. They're custodians in our school systems. There are bus drivers. All of these things, they may not even have internet. And if they have internet, they may not have a tablet or a laptop. And if they have to go back to work, who is helping these kids?
Yeah, but hold on a second.
And
Back
it's-
up the truck here for a second. The internet isn't going to make or break you. That's
It
not
is for an online school.
Have or have not.
Yeah.
Have or have not
Yeah.
is based then on whether or not you have internet?
Yeah, because
Well,
if-
that's
if-
one of the things.
Yeah, if school's online and you don't have internet, you don't have a laptop,
And you
how are
can't go to a library to use their
Yeah,
internet.
how are you supposed to do online school?
Yeah.
Unless
How
they
do you-
get
So
donations
how do you,
or something.
okay, so this is the weakest link, right? How do you get kids without the availability of a computer to learn?
Well, that's the problem. Look at our special
So-
needs
Libraries
population also.
libraries do it. I don't know.
I do have a thought, and I don't know if they'll continue to do this. Atlantic Tech, where my sister went, and she's like one of those adult students that teach you how to just get through life. They were renting out laptops to the students that may not have had a laptop. Like, she's fortunate to have a laptop, but I know there were kids in her class that were not fortunate. They might have had Wi-Fi because of other things in the house, but they're not fortunate to have a laptop. So the school was giving them out, like renting them out to the students to finish the year. So there's that option. I don't know if every school will do that, but there is, you know,
We
parents.
need to put more funding to the schools so they can do it. So at least the kids who have Wi-Fi, because I know not everyone has Wi-Fi, not everyone even has Ethernet Wi-Fi at their house, but at least if they do, that's one step closer they can get. Because my nephew had schools like that too. They gave him not even a laptop, they gave him an iPad. And they're like, here's your iPad, it's loaded with all your school books. It's loaded with all the apps you need for online schooling.
You know, I find it really difficult in nowadays. Everybody has a Facebook page. Everybody.
No, not everyone has a Facebook page.
Show me somebody who doesn't.
You don't know them because they're not on Facebook.
No, I really find it difficult to believe that because social media is in everybody's life.
I know 3 people in my house that do not.
They don't have a Facebook page.
Nope. I mean, they do, but they don't ever use it or go on it.
Listen to what I'm saying.
They don't have it.
They don't have it. Means,
Okay, so I know one person.
Okay, has a person ever heard of it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I will bet $1,000 that a person doesn't have social media of any kind, that person is going to either A, be the smartest person you ever met in your life, because I didn't grow up with Facebook, I didn't grow up with internet. I went to the library. I read a book. I was poor.
I wonder if the libraries are open. Are the libraries I think they reopened.
I believe some are and some aren't, depending on who they're owned by. Government-owned ones, I think, are. The public-owned ones depends on.
I don't know of any libraries that aren't owned by a county.
There are some private ones.
there are?
Yeah.
So I heard a restaurant in Fort Lauderdale. I think they're called the Happy Group restaurant. They own Coconuts. They own the Brown Cow. It happens to be my cousin, but they own all of these restaurants. No more menus. You get an app on your phone.
Yeah.
And you order from your own phone, from your own everything.
What if you don't have a phone?
They do that at the Breakers. I mean, the Breakers, you're going to have a phone. But yeah, you get a little piece of paper, disposable piece of paper with a QR code, and you scan it, and it pulls up their whole menu.
Interesting.
Interesting, right? So people are getting away from menus. So then you think about the printing industry. I mean, there's so much trickle down on all of this. Lenny?
No, you're right. I just didn't thought about that. That's going to destroy not destroy the industry, but making the menus. They're not going to be making menus anymore. You just go on your phone and just find the menu there.
Better for the environment, though.
The Jetsons, they're gonna have a pill at steak dinner.
I'm all in. Think how much time you could save if you didn't eat.
Agreed.
What's the matter with you?
Agreed. I would save so much time if I didn't eat.
Right?
Yeah.
Or how skinny people and healthy
And how much
people would
time
be.
do you save not going out to eat?
I've saved so much money. I have to say, I was talking to my boyfriend about this the other day. I checked my savings account, and I have saved so much money not having to go out and not having to do everything. All I pay for is groceries and gas. And it is so nice.
And it's making you the best wife. Think about that.
Yeah, my boyfriend's really excited about that. He's like, we're going to pause our gym membership. We get to pause our spa memberships, everything. I was like, we had a spa membership?
We actually cooked dinner last night. Chelsea came over and I took out stuff I took it out from the freezer, but I said, wow, it only took me 3 months to get on board with what everyone else was doing of cooking, which I didn't really. They barbecued, but
I love the way
it was
you
a
dance
concept.
around this. Are you cooking, yes or no? That's the only answer everybody
Do I
wants.
have to cook it?
No, are you cooking, yes or no?
We had dinner at home last night.
You like this
I have
one.
dinner home every night.
It's like-
I did not cook the barbecue. Somebody else cooked it.
It's like I ask women, are you pregnant? Sort of.
We stayed home, we ate. I defrosted the food
Sometimes.
from the
Do you
freezer.
cook, yes or no?
No, they cooked. Chuck barbecued. Does that
I
count?
can open a fridge too and say, here, Teddy, cook this.
So no, I didn't cook. But we ate dinner home.
Okay.
We ate dinner home. We eat dinner home all the time. I mean, I did not bring in from a restaurant, or I did not have a fit food dinner. It was actually something not in a plastic container.
So there is a difference with eating at home, meaning cooking or takeout.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have not been to a restaurant since March. I have not eaten in a restaurant since March, other than when we went to On the
But you
Ave.
have
Yeah.
takeout. The same difference.
Yeah.
I have food brought in every Monday.
Like Renzo's Pizza for me, ladies and gentlemen, on Clintmore is the best pizza I've ever had in Florida. And I have their 18-inch pie. That's takeout. That's like eating there. You're eating in your house.
Not the same.
I mean, it's not the same. Of course it's the same.
As eating in a restaurant versus eating home?
It's the same thing.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, because you're not going to pay 10 times more. or
No,
have
it's
a
not
tip?
about the food.
What is it? The environment? What is it?
You've got servers, and we know people in the
Service.
restaurant
What do you think
industry.
Chuck is walking around serving you? He's the server.
You got different people.
Well, for me, it's just the sheer fact of like going out, maybe getting dressed up, and like just being in a different environment than house.
You guys are beginning to scare me. Are you serious?
Yes.
I mean, I
Eat
haven't
in
gone.
the park, eat in the driveway, and people walk by and wave at you. Is that better?
No,
I don't get this.
It's
you
just
go to
not-
a restaurant
not
to eat
sitting-
with other people?
no, but just like for me, it's just getting out of the house.
the
being,
experience.
Yes, the experience, being in a different environment. Like Zach and I, we do Uber Eats on the weekends because I stay
Have
there.
you
on
ever been
weekends.
to a restaurant?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to 2 restaurants?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to 10 restaurants? Have you ever eaten at the White House?
No.
There's your experience. Eating at the White House is an experience. Going to a restaurant, it's going to a restaurant. Where's the experience? I've already done that.
It's going out. It's getting dressed up. It's different.
It's like date
new
night.
types of foods,
Yeah.
new types of.
But you and I are so old, we don't even want to do
recipes.
that anymore. I'm very happy staying
Date
in on a
night.
Saturday night.
I can't
Yes.
stand date.
I used to
love
look
date night.
forward to
I
date
gotta put on
night.
a tie.
I haven't had date night in a while, but
Just going out. So I had an idea. I was thinking we turn maybe that table into like a dining experience.
Ooh,
Like
That sounds fun.
date in a box.
date in a box.
Date in a box.
for Fridays.
Put candles out. You can bring your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, whatever it is. We change the
very
environment of the
romantic
eating
lunch.
experience instead of having, and just change it up. It can be your own
Yeah.
food, but we change the setting. We change the atmosphere.
What are you changing it into?
A more elegant dining experience.
Oh, you guys like the dress up part? That's the part in Florida because of the heat. It drives me crazy. I love going to this has taught me about different foods.
We can get them linen napkins. They can enjoy their lunch in candlelight instead of a plastic.
So what do you want to have? You want to have your pinky up when you drink the tea?
Yeah.
Oh, so you like the pomp and circumstance.
Do I? No, I'm very actually. We
This
work
is
so
like
hard Monday.
This is like talking to Sybil. Which person am I talking to now?
It's not me. It's them.
Oh, you
It's
guys
our
like the
millennials
elegance?
that like to get up and get out.
Oh, don't look at me. Michael and I were eating in a park the other day. I'm not.
I ate in my car
I'm not
and
the
I think
fancy
I'm having a
one.
great time.
I think it is different when Michael and I have we've been going to Publix and we order on our phones, so you just go in and pick up your sandwich and leave. And we'll find just an empty park or just like an empty, literally anything, some grass or something. We'll park our cars, or if it's a nice view, we'll park our cars and eat there. Because we get dressed up, we go in the car, and we eat in the car.
I go to
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I go to Burger King on Linton and Federal, and they have the Impossible Burger.
Oh, geez.
Yes.
And during the epidemic, when it was at its height, which was before, now it's back, but before, the burgers were twice the size. 2 for $6. Gave you everything you wanted. The fries are hot. They're so hot they'll burn you. The onion rings are on fire. And we used to go there, they knew us. And everything was splendor in the
They
wraps.
knew you.
Now, it got back to the regular crap. It ain't like it used to be no more. And we used to pick apart in the parking lot. So I guess everybody must have found our parking lot. Now there's trucks and everything.
Oh, now you eat in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I
not so,
eat my
it's not so
burger
bad, is it?
With somebody else.
It's not so bad, is it? Eating in the parking
Not by
lot.
myself, it is.
Why?
By myself?
Yeah.
Got depressing. You ever gone to a restaurant by yourself and eat by yourself?
No.
No.
You ever done
I
that?
refuse.
Nope.
Why not?
I'll eat in the parking lot.
You're eating in the parking lot, but not in a restaurant. Well, you think that the food in the restaurant is different from the food they're gonna deliver to your house.
It's not the food. It's more exposure to more people.
That's what you don't want.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
that's what
why
we're
I-
trying to
that's why
stay
you have
away
That's
from.
exactly what I'm saying. That's why no restaurant.
I'm allergic to people now.
That's why no restaurant.
So you guys like eating with people around you? Is that what it is?
Pre-COVID, yeah.
What about now?
No.
I actually kind of like how it is now because I don't know if you've seen, there's pictures of the tables and they have like wood slats and like plexiglass. I like that better. I don't really like being around people in general. Like when I'm in a restaurant, it's overcrowded. My anxiety just spikes. I really don't like being around other people, especially when I eat. So like even pre-COVID, so now that there's all these blockers, I'm more inclined to go to a
And the
restaurant.
funny thing is, we're in the production industry with people, but we can do this all. People aren't here, right? It's just us.
Yeah.
I think Amy's here floating around somewhere.
She's here, yeah.
She's hiding in
Favorite
another
industry.
room.
Do you like getting dressed up to go to dinner? Like a dress and shoes?
Like-
and
Once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of person to want to do that. I'm more the type of person to go out and do something else outdoors. I'm not a
Are you a jet setter? You like eating different, like if a
Yeah,
guy had
I
money
like
and
traveling
flew you
and
to
going.
Boston, would you do all that?
Yeah.
You like going?
Yeah.
You had a camping question, though. You can ask Teddy.
Oh, I wanted to ask about going camping now that the game has changed. I know more and more people are actually doing it because allegedly it's summertime. I'm sorry, it was 94, and before summer it was 91.
That's
It's
because we're in
summertime.
Florida. Yes.
Yeah. It's always summertime in Florida.
See, I used to be in scouting, so every other week, and I want to say we'd be camping, and our high peaks to go camping were September to April is when we camped.
Yeah.
So from
September to what?
September to April. From
September to April?
Yeah.
So just any time that it's not summer.
Right. So May to August, we did one. It was called Summer Adventure, and like in June we'd pick a week, and we'd go somewhere. Or we went to Swanee River for a week one summer, and we'd stay in cabins because it is hot in Florida. You don't want to camp in May to August. You will sweat bullets.
But there are more people doing it now.
I guess I said to Zach, I was like, oh, I think I want to go camping for my birthday because my birthday is in September, and he was like, well, if the parks are open, maybe.
It's really hard to get a camping spot.
I was gonna say right now the parks probably aren't even really open.
And then I'm going to ask you a Dawn question. Are you camping on cement underneath the silo of a missile in NASA?
No,
She does?
No, you camp in a tent on the ground in a sleeping bag.
Now, when you guys go camping, there isn't a camping pit coming out of the ground where you put charcoal and stuff like that?
Yeah.
There is.
A
That
stove?
isn't,
Well-
you see, to me, that's not camping.
No, it depends on where you go. So you can either get, and depending on what campsite, you can get like a fully set up one where you just bring your tent and it has a fire pit and everything for you. Or there's just areas where they're like, hey, anywhere here is fine to camp, and you just find a
to
flat
rough it.
place.
Rough
It
it.
depends where you go.
Okay, so they have both.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
mean,
that was the first question.
all the campgrounds I've been to, there's like a section where there's a fire pit, but then they either assign you a spot or whatever, but it's always ground hardcore. Like you bring a stove, you bring whatever you need to cook, and tent and table and whatever.
They have camping villages too. If you've ever been to River Ranch, I used to go there in the summers with my friend. She had an RV, and there's a camping site where it's just a flat land, and you get assigned camping site 1, 2, whatever. But then you walk 10 minutes down the road, and there's like a recreation center, there's a restaurant, a general store.
Yeah, a lot of
So it's like a whole
the
village.
KOAs are like that.
Yeah.
Now, Lenny, you ever gone camping?
Yeah, I was actually a Boy Scout too.
You
for a
were a
while.
Boy Scout.
Yeah, I was like, then I reached like maybe to Tenderfoot, which is not very far.
You were
But
at
I went to a lot of camping trips. I went a lot of trips to North Carolina. I went to caving, went whitewater rafting, went camping.
You went caving,
a lot of
whitewater, is it
Yeah.
whitewater rafting? You went in a canoe or in a
Oh, and whitewater raft, and they go, it's really
big
cold
raft.
water on
An
the.
inflatable raft.
You ever did it in a canoe?
Yes.
I've been in canoes before too, yeah.
Whitewater rafting in a canoe?
I don't know whitewater
That's a
rafting in a
lot. That's
canoe,
called
but
canoeing.
I didn't know you could
Nah,
do that.
Yes,
whitewater
you can.
rafting and
It's a lot of
canoeing,
fun.
I'm gonna say, you gotta be good. Me and
I've only
Juju
done
were
in the
only ones that
rafting.
So
tip
I was
over.
gonna say I did that
I
one
did
summer. We did
barfing.
one day. So when I was in Sky, we went to this camp in Virginia called Powhatan, and we did whitewater rafting one day. I think I was a level 3, 4, something like that. And then we went whitewater canoeing the next day, and that was a 3. And I was in the canoe. I was one of the only canoes that did not flip. And they kept saying we were going to flip because me and this guy, we couldn't keep our canoe straight. We kept zigzagging all over the place. So they were like, because you're zigzagging, because you're not keeping your canoe straight, you're going to flip. We were the only canoe that did not flip.
I cannot tell you I would be barfing.
Huh?
I cannot do that. I get so seasick.
I haven't
The thought
done
of
canoeing.
whitewater
Have you done canoeing?
is
I
very,
hate
Whitewater
canoeing.
rafting on a canoe?
it's difficult.
Bleh.
I've never done.
It
I've only
was
done whitewater
hard.
rafting.
I will
It
say
cost me
that.
my first marriage. But, yeah, I went down in the Delaware Water Gap. It was really rough, and they had wonders. So they said, guy says, listen, maybe you want to take a raft because the rafts are better for white when it's rough. I said, what are you talking about? We always take the canoe. He says, not like this year. And I went with Susan, and she lost her engagement ring. I lost my bands. I lost my chain. I lost my wallet.
That's why you don't wear all that in the water.
I didn't know. We learned. And I lost her. You brought me out here to kill me. She thought I was trying to kill her.
So
My
it also
sister
depends
tipped
on the
over. It was
levels
horrible.
too, because like there's different levels of the water, and like
Oh, it's horrible. Now, when you go to these campsites in Florida, the water must be like glass, right? Because there's no
whitewater rafting in
Yeah, I
Florida,
don't
is
think
there?
around here.
No.
I
believe
have no
so.
idea. Anywhere I've ever seen whitewater rafting, it's like out of this
Tennessee,
thing.
I
North
can't
Carolina.
even think of, unless you're camping in a spring, I can't even think of a camping site where there is water, unless you're at a spring or by a lake.
Right.
So it's mostly on land. Now, do you go with a bunch of people? Let's say there's 20, 10, like happened to you. Do you go with people? Do you have your own tent? Or are you submarining with 15 other people in this tent?
So when I went, we were in a Boy Scout camp, and obviously it's managed by older, like adults and everything. Because I think I was like 17 when I did this. And so there was a whole group of us. I think there were like 30 people in this group. And like in my boat, my raft, there were, I want to say like 8 people in the raft. So like each raft had like 8 people. So that's
In
how
a
many.
raft. The raft is easy because you can let it go down.
I
And
fell
the
out of a raft.
canoe was kind of the same thing, except obviously in a canoe there's only 2 people in a boat.
I fell out. We hit a rock. I went over. Literally, they hit a rock. I fall over. I feel this arm, whoop, and it kind of pulled
I
me
was
up.
so scared that we were gonna flip because it's rapids, it's fast water.
Giovanni was 5, Freddie was 10.
I was an adult with 2 children in the raft.
And I took them with me with 4 other people, and they never flipped over. How you flip over?
I didn't flip over. I fell out.
You hit a rock. You hit a
We
rock.
hit a rock.
You're kind of supposed to flip
at a wrong
over. I mean, that
angle.
comes with the territory. You know you're going to flip over eventually. That's part of the fun. Except that's really cold, very cold
I don't
water.
wanna flip
I remember that.
But they teach you float underneath the boat. So I just floated underneath the boat. So I was able to.
Where did you go?
North
It's
Carolina.
so much fun though. You have to go.
No, I
and
don't
they
wanna go
like
anymore.
Don's saying, they teach you how to get back in case you fall
No,
out.
I'm good.
100%.
It seems like more fun watching people flip over. That's
There
something
was
a
a
lot more fun
class.
to
The
me.
guy says, okay, this is mandatory by state law. This is in Delaware. We have to teach you what to do. If you fall over,
Bless you.
if you fall over, see, it sneeze on the truth. If you fall over, do not panic. That's the first thing they tell you.
Yeah.
So my sister fell over. What do you think she did?
Panic?
Panic. She screamed. They said keep your vest on. As long as you
Yes.
keep your vest on, you have no problem. So we went down in a canoe. Carlos was on there. He did the whole ride, the whole 3 miles, in the water, in his vest, holding on with his beer. He says, I'm fine. I'll do this all day long.
You must be hilarious. Want to go to commercial break?
Yes.
Okay, stay tuned. Len, you going to take us out?
Sure, why not?
All right, we're going to go to commercial break. Give us a call, 888-994-4995.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Pizza District is the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. They have amazing deals, great food, and an even better customer connection. Their owner, Nico, runs the friendliest and cleanest pizzeria for miles around. With their pizza made with whole wheat, gluten-free, cauliflower crust, and traditional New York style, you can't go wrong. Plus all the extras like salad and chicken wings. They are a family-run business with a great atmosphere. Call today to order your pizza and tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you at 561-961-4163. That's 561-961-4163 for Pizza District, the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen. It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient, that little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
So we're back. You know, and then he played that piece, that music piece. Michael Jackson, that was Ben, wasn't it?
I think, yeah, he sang that song, Michael Jackson.
I'll
Be There.
Yeah, I'll Be There. And it was Michael Jackson, and there was a movie that it was based on with
Ben.
With the rat, Ben. Remember the big rat? He fell in love with a rat.
Ben, I don't remember the movie, I just remember the song.
And the movie was about this rat who was the king of the rats, and they were invading the cities. And the guy got together with Ben, and then they had to kill the king rat. And that's what the whole song was about. That's what I remember. I don't know. I was in the movies. I was a kid. I went to Lois Paradise.
Nice. Well, it's nice having you play, Lenny.
Well, thank you so much.
The music
My
of Lenny
pleasure.
Marine. See that? You just never know who's going to come through these doors.
You never know who can play the piano.
Speaking of which, we've got Amy Rashevsky with us.
Hi, everybody.
Our in-house artist. Your pieces are beautiful, and your piano actually inspired us to bring the piano. So I wanted to put the piano with your piano piece that was in the foyer, but instead it didn't fit. We moved your piece out here to be with the piano. So we both married it this way.
It would have fit.
But the piece behind Freddie, every time I look at it from where I sit, it's like a giant wand coming out of his right shoulder. See
Very
it?
magical.
That one? You know, the last time you did this, they sold the piece behind me. So here you go again.
That piece to me, you know, sometimes I like to claim a piece, so it is very, I don't know what that piece is called, but it's very magical. Do you see the wand coming
Yes.
out? You probably never saw it before.
Nope, now I see it.
But now you see the wand. Do you
and
see
we can
it?
rename it to Magical Wand.
It's like this great wand with a light orb coming out of it. And then actually to the left, it kind of looks like a peacock or an eagle with this big bluish green plume and a white head. I know, I've got this great visual behind you that I get to see every time we do a show.
This comes from the woman who last week said, an owl is like a bird.
Yes, that too.
It's like a bird.
That's like a bird. You used to see the owl droppings on my patio.
Are they still there?
The droppings are there.
No, the owl.
How
No,
do you
I
know
have
it's
not
an
seen
owl
it.
dropping?
She had a cluster of owls.
I had 3 owls that came on my patio last week at 6 o'clock in the morning, right? Which is crazy.
Wow, what a hoot.
No pun intended, Vinny.
And these owls were the spookiest owls I've ever seen. They were like grayish.
Ooh.
What color owls?
They're supposed to have like a white and then brown. These were like all gray.
Yes.
This was like the owls of Satan. I don't know, like from another country.
But this piece to me is so magical. When you look at it, you can see all kinds of incredible things.
The thing about that piece too, you can turn it around a different way, so you can get all different visions of it. You can go vertical, horizontal, upside down, inside out.
Maybe we'll hang it here tomorrow.
You know,
put
it's
it here
funny
tomorrow.
because on pieces like this, unlike these pieces, you could put it on a machine that will invert the painting. So every day it's a different painting.
Right.
We've actually done that with this white one, with the white and the red, that we have hanging vertically. We put it on set, and it's horizontal, and then we flip it. And so Freddie sits here today, he says, where'd we get that painting from? I said, it's been here for 2 weeks. He said, I never saw it.
No, I thought that was sold. It's
The other
bigger
one, the
that
butterfly, was sold.
The bigger one. Well, what is this, the caterpillar? I mean, come on.
Actually, this one's from a series that I did. 2 of them were sold in Art Basel, and this one's still here, so hopefully somebody will like it.
That's a pretty piece.
And we talk about the mosaic pieces that you have up there, which are spectacular. Well, you've taken old paintings.
Yeah, what I do, these are, the 4 that are up there right now are 5 original paintings that I just decided to make into 4 new paintings. So I cut up the pieces and whatever comes out, like, so we have the biker man, and we have the butterfly man, and then Faces of Time. And
what do you call this one?
Faces of Time.
They have 8 owls.
Yeah, there's lots of things in there.
You see the owl?
You see owls, I see indigenous faces.
What? Indigenous?
Yeah.
The hell is that?
What's an
Tribal.
indigenous?
Tribal faces,
Oh,
they look
primal.
like to me.
Yes, it could be primal.
Those are owls.
They're all different things. Actually, they weren't meant to be anything until it was
That's a bird.
finished.
And the owl is
I
like
see a lot of eyes.
Yeah.
Like the one on the left to me looks like a medicine man.
Yes.
Yeah, it hurt my neck.
Yeah, don't make a move.
And on the top could be, I mean, there's so many incredible pieces, but about repurposing, that one, that's the wand.
And what's going to happen is usually when I like a painting around me, it ends up getting sold, and then I get depressed for a couple of days. Like the Rat Pack, that was my #1 memorabilia piece. I loved it. I put it in the lobby. I was so happy.
And there it
lasted
goes.
24 hours.
Yeah, not
Now
bad.
they're picking it up.
But they're putting-
Tomorrow,
yeah.
I'm sorry, tomorrow, 2 more mosaics are coming in. They're very different. They're framed in silver, and they should be really beautiful. So I'm looking forward to seeing them.
We're going to see where we're going to hang those. We're going to have to move some more
You
pieces
can move-
around, Amy.
You can move them around, yeah.
Which is really incredible. It's what's so great about changing the set, and the piece behind you, we get to change also.
Right, it's great that you have a little spot for that.
Yeah, we actually were playing with that the other day, and that fits nice and snug in there.
Yeah.
And then we put the curtains down. Now, what we're beginning to learn is that the difference between coming here and looking at art is that you still have a whole slew of things that are not hung. So that if somebody has a home or a business or both or whatever's going on, you can still go to their house and say, well, let's try this, this, and that, and you can put it up and they can see it and everything else. That's what the difference is here. Because we're not going to say, you know, come in and have a glass of wine and do this
We can't.
nonsense. It doesn't make any sense to do that, because what we want is we want the art in your house. And the gentleman that bought that piece is waiting in the lobby. I said to him, I can't feel any better than for you to take it home, because I wanted to buy this piece. To be honest with you, I just can't afford it right now. But the piece is spectacular. Some of the art stuff in here is spectacular, and it's all around us, which makes all sets look kind of cool. So it's a little bit of a different take on how to get the art to your house, how to make it feel the same energy that we feel in here, which is always moving it around, making it feel a little bit like home.
Val's taking some pictures to put this piece together to spotlight some of this. But what we should do is turn the camera around so we can show some of these pieces on air.
Well, we have a commercial coming out.
But I mean live, so we can see it while Amy's here about the different pieces.
Well, we are going to introduce the artist show, where we are going to I'm going to get some cages around here, because Mama Ali is allegedly coming tomorrow to do Mama Ali in the Ring, which is a new show that we're putting out there tomorrow. So I'm going to have panels, and we're going to do something with the artists where we're going to surround them.
When Freddie goes into this mode of moving things around, I usually sit in the studio, which is what happened this morning.
Smart
It
move.
works out a whole lot better that way because he moves things around and they're hanging pieces, and it's just amazing that you do the repurposing. Because people say, what do you do with old paintings? You paint over them and you start again, but you have totally changed it up with the mosaics.
Yeah, I think it's a very nice new concept that I'll probably talk about when we have the show, or maybe even show you how to do it. Because most artists have a good abundance of work, and sometimes they don't like it, so they just push it into the closet. So I take that stuff that's in the closet out and I recreate it. So
And the mosaics.
it's very enjoyable.
And the glass pieces you do also. We have a tremendous glass table out in the foyer. And the one you have here is the Brooklyn Cafe piece.
And the one over there.
And the one next to it is a smaller cafe piece.
I love those.
You paint on glass. Is that something new that you've been doing?
No, I've been doing that a long time. I've done glass panels, glass. I've even gone to somebody's house and painted on their glass. I mean, I love glass. It's so easy to work with.
How do you paint a table? Don't you have to paint backwards for it to? How do you do that?
Yeah, everything's backwards. So whatever you want to have up first, like it says the Brooklyn Cafe and the coffee cup, that goes in first, and then you fill around the back of it. So whatever you want first, you see, and then you work around that.
I love that.
And what's been different for you painting as an artist since March?
Well, actually, I haven't really painted with paint. I've been doing the mosaics because it feels like I'm doing puzzles, and it really is very, very rewarding. And you know how you sit there and do a puzzle, and that piece goes in. Well, this time you're forming something that you don't really know where it's going. So if I took 2 circles, then I'd go from there, and like the biker, I just started with 2 circles, and I ended up just padding it, and then all of a sudden I said, oh, I better put the head on it because it looks like a biker man. So that's what I do. I just sit there and put the pieces down, and whatever comes out, it's really sweet. And I focus on the fact that I can just sit there and relax, you know, and not have to worry about where the paint's going right now.
Well, Jay Harmon put this one together. I think it took him 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, yeah, he's so amazing.
And he got in touch with things that are going on around us.
Yeah, right.
And it's spectacular. And I had a different concept here, but they told me that I was just getting too dark. So I was going to put another one of his pieces looking onto this piece, but we came out with this one. With what's going on around us right now?
Right.
Are you currently working on anything that is influencing you with what's going on around us?
Well, actually, I am going to be working on some more scenes that are more environmental. So I've got colors that I'm working through, and just I'll come up with the concept. But I have them all sorted out with all my cuts, so I know that I have a direction. And I will probably do something peaceful.
Peace. I think people are looking for peacefulness, and now we see that people are moving here from the Northeast. Why? They wanted to get out of New York. Why they're coming to Florida?
No
I don't
idea.
know.
I don't.
But to stage houses, to help people visualize it, will you work with decorators and different staging companies to do that?
I always have, yeah. I love to go into the house, and then I can have an idea what their style is and go from there.
Well, you had that with someone I know that we know that you went into a house with one piece, and it was a new house, and they took multiple pieces because they had a lot of wall space.
Right, right. That's like a true gift to an artist.
And you'll be able to take them. You have a truck. You have someone that will go hang, place them, try it. Maybe not that wall, somewhere else.
I have hangers. I have people that work for me. Yeah.
Because I think that makes a difference.
And framers.
Oh, framers. Yeah, well, yeah, framers.
Because I could say, oh, I like that piece. When I get it home, not so much. I probably wanted that piece. But you'll bring a lot of pieces up and try them out.
Yeah, sometimes I'll sneak in a couple more so they can, you know, sort of get another feel for something, and it's worked. I want to keep that too, so that's wonderful.
And you'll commission also?
Yeah, sure. Been doing that for a long time.
This piano, anyone that has a grand piano or baby grand?
Looking at
Well, because this is what I get to see.
See, I wanted to put the piano over there. You didn't let me with this piece over it. But I'm getting it closer. I have an idea. Me and Lenny were collaborating.
And see that piece up there that she calls Butterfly? man, to me that looks like an alien. But then you showed me where the butterfly was. The wings to me look like the eyes of the alien.
And the nose,
And the nose,
yeah.
but that's the body of the butterfly, and then the antennas. Do you see it?
Yep.
Okay.
What do you see in that painting? That's not in the mosaic.
I got to get closer to it because from the side right here, I can barely see it with the lights in my eyes. I got to get closer.
But the bicycle man's a bicycle
I
man.
see the alien piece you're talking about.
See? What did you look at it when you saw it?
I thought it was I don't know what I didn't look at it. I gotta look at it. Stop. We're in the middle of this thing. What's the matter with you? Now, you gave us a box of lights.
Yes.
So I got into the light kick today because our place is not a gallery. So we have to create upon the creativeness of what you have. And that's what I like about this, because when you come in here, there's going to be a change every time you turn around, because we're creating as we go along. We use it on sets, we use it here, we use it today on back sets. So I came up with an idea because you have certain paintings in metal frames. So I wanted to know if you can come up with something in a metal frame that light will shine through the back of it and change the painting every time a different light shines on it. Sort of like the rotating piece, but I mean, my mind always goes to another level. But lighting to me.
So you want to put like a disco ball behind a piece?
Well, not a disco ball, but a certain amount. First, you got to find how the painting is affected with lighting, and then you put something behind it. And it came about because you gave me that box of lights, and I'm looking at all these different lights, man. There's a lot of things that you could do with this stuff. So I started hanging lights over here, and little lights over there, and the lights for the piano, which is driving me crazy because I put it right in my eyes. But lighting is also important.
Oh, it's definitely the key to focusing on a painting. It's really important to have light. So, and on some of the metal framing ones, they're hanging like tapestries, so there's space all around, and it's so easy to put a color of some type, like a board, behind it and change the whole look in 5 minutes.
Yes. That's
So,
what I learned.
you know, because it'll fit right in there, and then it'll won't look as much as a tapestry and more of a painting. So there's a lot of things you can do with.
Now, somebody told me that they sell a strobe light that shoots a beam of light in one direction or multiple directions. I'm thinking of putting it up there.
Oh, that would be terrific,
So
yeah.
that it shoots onto the...
Yeah, you could direct the light from up there and all the
Exactly.
different, yeah.
And it's total matter of...
I love those black and white pieces, the way you have them stretched, I guess, on the metal. It's like this whole modern kind
you
feel
ever
with the
seen
black
that
and the white.
before?
Well, only through Amy, but the way she has it done and the vision of it was that, I want to say last summer, it was probably 2 summers ago when you first did those. That's how
I
fast
first
time
started
goes.
doing it, yeah. I've
Which
sold
is
quite a
incredible.
few of the black and white ones.
Those are solid.
It's just
Yeah.
a modern, and you can just see it in one of these huge new homes that they have with the big walls and the windows, and everything's so modern. Everything is going back to modern. If you got more classic home, you've got the other pieces. I mean, you really have a variety of all different types of artwork that you create.
I also have some very large pieces for the big homes. So, like, you could do a big double painting that were 60 by 70. So then you can have, if you have a giant wall, you have 140 feet of painting. So I do that too. So I mean, I do anything. I love what I do.
And the glass piece behind you, Freddie, the woman on the beach?
Yes, the
It's
girls
beautiful.
on the beach.
The
You
girls
can't
on the
see
beach.
it though.
You can't. I got a great view behind you.
No, it's nice. But you can actually sense it. You know, I put Jay's piece back there as well next to the glass. I think it was a nice mix.
It looks fantastic.
And I got to tell you, the 3 pieces that you have hung over here,
From
I've been
Deborah.
looking at them, and we actually put it on.
I
the
saw
set all
that,
the time.
yeah.
But the uniqueness about it is that you ever have a dream, and it's not crystal clear, it's sort of blurry, and I sit here sometimes and I look at different things that went on in my life when I lived in New York, and it's like a blur, certain aspects. And then when Lenny starts playing music that brings me back to the day, it's sort of, that her art changes my perspective on my past, not my present, which is kind of cool. You know, they had the Belmont Stakes the other day, so we put her pieces up here as well. It's just different. Art speaks to the soul,
Right.
and every music is different for every person. Then the next day is a different song. It's really it's unique.
That's why art and music are so important in our lives.
Exactly, which is one of the reasons that I wanted to bring a piano in here, and I had begged Dawn to let's get a piano in here. And then Lenny comes along, and he's graceful enough to pay, and wanted
That's
Jay
wonderful.
to come. And
Go, Lenny.
Thank you.
but Lenny, actually, you're going to bring the art to life, and that was the object of that game as well. So,
Which is incredible. Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, more with Amy Reshevsky, the music of Lenny Marine, our in-house pianist. See what else we got cooking on this Monday
Check
as
this
we
out,
roll into the week.
They call me Don Pablo, and 20 years ago, I discovered my passion for great quality coffee. Today, we're roasting excellent quality coffee that's rich, smooth, and very complex. It's a taste that's new in the world. They call me Don Pablo, and 20 years ago, I discovered my passion for great quality coffee. Today, we're roasting excellent quality coffee that's rich, smooth, and very complex. It's a taste that's new in the world.
We are on fire, so let's spread your business like fire. Spotlight your business, ideas, and events through our Brooklyn Cafe TV channel on Amazon Fire. Contact us today at 866-224-5422 for more information. Let the whole town, even the whole country, know your message with the click of a button. Together, we ignite.
Dutch Designs and Events is a unique business providing an extensive range of beautiful floral arrangements. They have the power to bring your event or special occasion to life. Dutch Designs are available for any event or to open your business with a smile. All flowers are grown with organic compounds that enhance their fragrance and beauty. Call Dutch Designs at 561-419-8126 or visit their website at DutchDesignsEventPlanning.com.
The benefits of CBD are well known, but not all CBD is equal. At your CBD store, our award-winning products are made from organic industrial hemp. Your CBD store products are third-party tested for purity, and we offer a wide variety of products to meet your needs and preferences. From water solubles, topical creams, and oil drops to pet products. Visit your CBD store and let our knowledgeable staff guide you. Your CBD store.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
Not all CBD products are made the same. Here at your CBD store, our trained and highly educated staff can help recommend the perfect products for you. Stop in and see for yourself at one of our locations in Pembroke Pines, West Boca, Boynton Beach, or Singer Island. Or call us today at 561-437-1080. Again, that's 561-437-1080.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
The size of this. It's the size of this.
It's a different size of this.
It's
Hey,
the
we're
difference.
back.
Size matters.
And that's what they said.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe on, it's a little bit of a chiller, cooler Monday. Getting back into the swing of things.
It's like chiller cooler.
It is.
The AC guys came in here and they put another vent, and the vent is right
on me. Yes, thankfully.
Because they don't
Thank
know
you
what
for
to
that.
do with doing.
I know.
They have a different vent.
You know, that's what
So
happens when you
feeling
hit
it.
this age. I
You
know.
feel
It's
it?
that and the fans.
Lenny,
yes.
is it cool where you're at?
That's pretty nice, yeah. Now that you mention it, yeah.
Something is going on.
No, it's really
No,
nice.
Nothing's changed.
It has. They repurposed it, and we're going to see what happens. It's all good. So, Amy, what else are you creating now as we roll into summer? No, we used to go to Canada every summer.
Yes, yeah, this year we can't cross the border, so it's kind of depressing.
Is that true?
You're not going to Canada?
No, can't go.
Are they not letting you in?
No, and I think they're not going to let us in for a few more months. At first it was June, now it's July, but.
So when do you normally go to Canada?
Like Memorial Day to beginning of October.
Till October?
Yeah.
So this is going to be the first time you ever spent August in Florida?
Actually, I'm not.
You're not going to be in Florida? Where are you going, North Carolina?
Yeah, we're escaping.
It's a little bit better.
Yeah.
The bugs in North Carolina are bigger than the bugs in Florida.
Oh,
but the humidity is less.
Oh, it's so cool up there.
It's beautiful. So you drove?
Yeah, we drove. It's,
You'll be coming back when you get your first storm up there.
True.
You know,
After
why
you
do
finish
do
your
that?
storms.
Because I was going to move to North Carolina. It was all set up. And then I got a job in South Florida. So I picked that, and here I stay 15 years later.
Right.
But I came down here, and they had a hurricane. up
When
in
you
the
arrived?
Carolinas. And where I was going to be living was wiped out.
Oh,
But
wow.
Boone and Blowing Rock,
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Oh, it is, yeah. Banner Elk, Beach Mountain. Yeah, there's a lot of Miami people up there.
Down in Carolinas and the people?
What's it like in Carolinas right now? People are social distancing, or they're not hitting as hard as it is here?
Now everybody's doing what we're doing here.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Same thing everywhere. Do you get to create while you're there? You have a big enough space?
You got a studio?
No, but I was introduced to somebody that owns a lot of restaurants, and he has. I went into them to see, and he's got his art all around, and he's got a studio there. So I'm probably going to introduce myself to him if I want to go outside. Otherwise, I'll work where I'm at. And the mosaics are so easy to do at home. So.
Because then you don't bring them, you bring them back, you roll them up, which I've never seen until you were at the other place. And she works on the canvases, rolls them up, so it doesn't take a whole lot of space in your car. And they get framed here, or they get stretched, and everything is done here. Rita does an incredible job doing framing.
I learned that the hard way, because I used to ship my paintings, and it got to be like crazy. So I said, why am I doing that? I'll just bring them home, stretch them again, frame them, and they're ready to go. So I just roll them up. So I can do, I always painted most of my work in the summer, because it was so easy for me to just go in 3 o'clock in the morning to go in my studio if I can't sleep and do something. And then, you know, once you're in a gallery without a painting studio, it's a lot harder. So this summer, I will do a whole different concept, so it keeps me busy.
But when you come back after summer, we'll have to set you up in a studio area so you can paint. I know we talked about doing it in the back office or somewhere else here, so she can actually paint and create. And things start opening up here a little bit back in the fall.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, so that way, and then we put a camera on you. We talked to Jay about that as well. Sometimes the fun of it is watching it come to life.
Create, right.
And sometimes the fun of it is watching how it changes. So you set out for one thing, and you end up with another.
That's the story of my life.
But that's with everything. If you look back at all the experiences and where we were before here, But we met you, and we met Jay, and we met Deborah, and we met some incredible artists that we're able to now bring forward. And it's about networking, and those things that work you bring with you, those things that didn't work you learn from and to take away, and you continue to grow and enjoy what it is. And without that experience, we would have never met you, we would have never had this, and all of this beautiful artwork we have surrounding us.
I remember Amy when she brought us that table, and I was shocked, and I had a certain look about myself because I looked at myself in the mirror because I was shocked of her creativity. So Wayne Henry was here the other day from Dignity Memorial, and he sat right where you're sitting, and he looked around and he says, "Wow, what did I just walk into?" Because things have changed since he's been here last. It's been a while. He says, everything's changed. The energy, everything has changed. And that's one of the things I like about Amy, is that she brings a different energy to everything she does. And if she doesn't like it, she changes it. You got to keep up with her sometimes with roller skates because she's changing on the fly.
So my cousin Vinny and Slick are really good with that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is he back there?
He's back there.
Thank goodness for everybody.
And the good thing is that they know already that you're going to be. And I said, when she puts something up, just think about it's going to be changed.
Right.
Because that's the way.
And the idea is to get these pieces into homes and businesses, and then bring in more. And then they all deserve new homes, except that one with the wand might deserve this home, is all I can say. You know, that happened with the piece in the studio that Mark Freeman made, our first piece, and that everything else has changed, except that one has stayed. That one with the wand and the eagle and the peacock.
Because you like it so much.
You should put the wand behind you.
In
the other studio.
What happens is, you remember when we had the pink light from the weatherman from
Chris Farrell. It was a street light
that he created. And the funny thing is that Dawn sent us a picture of him working on it, sweating and stinky and working it. And he brought it in, and it was there for 2 months. And somebody bought it from the show.
Oh, nice.
And so he didn't know how to tell us.
Oh.
He was like,
it was a great street light.
I said, Chris, what's the matter? I said, Chris, what's the matter? I got to take the damn thing with me. I saw that. I said, good, that's what it was meant to be.
Absolutely.
But it's all about inspiration and the different things that bring back memories and how you feel. And when you look at pieces that you're able to sell them, my daughter, Chelsea paints, she says, I can't sell my art. And then she looks at the old stuff that was in her closet that didn't want to sell. She goes, I don't want it anymore. So now I must have, oh my gosh, her whole closet is filled with old canvases. Right? That's what I'm thinking.
See, but you guys have an advantage. You're an artist. I know you're an artist in hiding. I know your daughter's an artist. Dawn never wants to admit that she can draw, that she can, and she doesn't admit to. Her daughter does. You guys are looking at this from a different perspective. You know, I'm below the rim. You guys are above the rim. And when you play above the rim, different things mean different things. I can't draw the same. I can't even draw a straight line.
Either can I. I really can't. So I always call some of my paintings, you know, not focused because, or you know, there's a reason for why it's not completely straight. And I've always written on paper and an angle, and I don't know why. You know, if I'm writing a message down, it's always sideways. So I guess I'm sideways, but
well, welcome to our world.
Yes,
Do you
welcome to my
remember
world.
the very first painting you did? The very first one?
Yes.
And what happened to it?
It's up in my house in Canada.
You still have it?
That's where I started painting.
Would you ever sell it?
Oh, sure.
You would sell it?
Yes, because 2 reasons. One, if it makes somebody happy, then I'm really happy. And 2, I can do it again some different way. Or I have no, nothing stops me from a new challenge. So I have to keep going. And the past is the past. So.
It's funny because when I went to Hawaii, oh man, let me think here for a second. I think it was 88. No, it wasn't 88. It was 98 or 99. I went to Hawaii, and I was on the ship, and I bought a bat from Pete Rose, the lack of Hall of Fame, and I had it in a case, and it was sent to me. I was surprised I even got it, and I gave it to my son. And when I got divorced, now nobody can find it. And I got to tell you something. I wanted to bring it here, because that to me is the most significant piece of baseball memorabilia that I own. And I got Gary Carter, I got helmets from Brett Favre, But that piece to me means something because I bought that piece right before I started coaching for the next 20 years.
Wow.
And it has a significance to me, and nobody seems to understand. So I called my son, I need the casing, where is it? Nobody knows that. I mean, come on, where'd it go? It just walked out? It was in a case with the paperwork and everything. So I'm gonna bite the bullet and call my ex-wife to see if she has it. And beg her that I will give her. And I paid a lot of money for it to begin with, but I think that Pete Rose will enter the Hall of Fame. But it's just the significance of it. You buy your first piece of art, again, significant. I got some paintings that I bought in New York. I have one in my house, and I gave one to Freddie and one to Michelle. And what they don't understand is that when I bought these things, it was a different type of my era. It was a different stage of my life that was going on.
Absolutely.
And that's what happens. But you guys are artists. You look at this a little differently from the non-artists. We only wish that we had your talents. They had your talent.
Well, you know, I started really late in life painting. My daughter was 8 years old when she saw a Brito book on my table and went in and started painting. And her stuff was really amazing. Like if I have to have a children's show, I mean, the stuff I have in my closet of her work was amazing. But going back to when I was younger, we were going to Mexico City, my husband and I, and somebody told us to go visit an artist in Mexico. And we went into his place, and I mean, I was just amazed at the work. And he said to us, "What are you looking for?" And my first thing out of my mouth at 23 or 4 years old was, "Something go behind my couch to match my couch." And he looked at me, he said, "Honey," he said, "we don't buy art to match your furniture." And I learned that, that was like, oh my God, I said that. But I learned right away that art is more for how you feel about the piece, and it doesn't have to match anything. It's just what it's all about. So that was my first experience of learning about art. And it took me many, many years to sit down and realize that I could do what I'm doing now. And it's been 17 years, so it's really not that long, but I've created a lot.
You created a lot, and you have pieces at Temple Bethel. You have a whole stained glass series.
Yes, I have that in Bethel and the Weissman Center. I have some different paintings. I have stuff all over the place.
But all different kinds of art,
All
so
different
nothing
kinds.
is the same.
Nope.
And you create the one I know at the Beck campus.
It's a stained glass on Passover.
But at the Passover, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I just
stained
did a
glass.
show on all the artists a couple weeks ago that have things in the synagogue and the campuses and the mausoleum, and so it was really nice
And I
to be
remember
among those
admiring
artists.
that piece long before I knew you, for whatever reason. It had to have been because my kids must have been, I was there for whatever reason, which is long before I was doing this. Beautiful, beautiful pieces that you have there.
Thanks.
Amazing.
I remember growing up, and I used to buy, remember the paint by colors?
Yes.
It was on velvet.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I had a horse on black velvet. I think I painted her pink or something crazy.
I had a horse. I had a clown holding balloons. Very colorful. Kid with 27 colors.
It's probably still at my parents' house.
And it was so funny because I couldn't even do that right because I put too much paint on the brush, and I didn't understand. So my brother was creative. He was an artist. He says, "You got too much paint on the brush." I said, "Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing." He says, "Okay." It looked like a giant. It was all the running and all that, but the paint by colors was as close as I can get to doing.
Oh my God, I haven't thought of one of the velvet in a long time that had a hot pink something on this black background.
Well, right now, there's so many things for kids to paint, all the different, well, every day on Facebook or online, I get a thing for kids, a different concept for them to paint, and I'm always like, okay, should I send them to my grandchildren? Because I have one grandchild that is majorly into art, and he's only 5, but he's really amazing. And his brother, he has a twin brother, and he's a chef.
Oh, wow.
So that's all he wants to do is cook.
Where
so
do they
it's
live?
interesting. They're in Cleveland. But it's interesting to see the two of them, twin boys, not identical, of course, but they have two strong things to follow right now.
Two creative minds.
Yeah, very good.
Totally different.
I love that, to see kids do that. I mean,
You
it's
say
really
he's 5 years
important.
old. He's a chef. He's already
sorry?
he's cooking at 5 years old.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Loves
had
it.
an easy bake oven at 5 years old.
Oh, really?
I think I had one of those too.
With the light bulb
Yep.
inside to bake. I had that. My son Gio bought his son Joey a whole kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
It's a whole kitchen, and it makes noise. It makes cooking noise. The bacon is in there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, how much did you spend on this? He said, quite a few dollars.
There you have it. How do people find you and your art?
Amy Reshevsky, Fine Art, or amyreshevsky.com.
Or contact us right here at the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery Theater. We still used to call it the gallery, and then I say we're in the theater. So somehow with the theater.
It's the gallery.
But somehow
Now
the
it's
theater.
Now it's
Does
the
it not
gallery.
say theater up above my head?
That was no, don't flip, because that was me. I said that.
So why are you changing?
You said the gallery.
What do you want to call
cafe
it?
theater, too.
But
Art
we need
cafe.
the word gallery.
Art Cafe Theater.
Cafe Gallery Theater.
And now we're back to all three.
Just give us a call.
When I said that, they laughed at me.
Have a great Monday, everyone. Lenny's going to take us out. Be safe, be kind, respect each other, wear your mask.
Yeah, wear your mask. And again, did I say wear your mask? And don't be late. We'll see you
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.